It's TechLid with the latest news and rumors. So it's no surprise that Apple has gone back and forth with Android over the years, but the CEO of Apple had something to say about Android recently. So the latest iPhone has been released. This is the iPhone SE, which features the A13 Bionic chip. Primarily, this is the main selling point of the iPhone SE, along with its great camera that it is coupled with. Recently, Tim Cook had something to say. He said that the A13 Bionic chip, which is featured on the iPhone SE, is faster than the fastest Androids. Well, to be fair, according to benchmarks, Apple processing chips are faster than Android processing chips. This happens year after year. But the truth is, in reality, most of real-world testing shows that the processing chips are pretty much on par with each other. It is not as big of a difference as the benchmarks indicate. Tim Cook saying this, however, about Android tells me two things. The first thing that I would say is that in the past, Apple would never mention Android. Not a chance in hell that Apple would mention Android. I think that in some way, Apple has lost a certain cockiness that they had to themselves, a certain pep to their step, a little swag has been lost by Apple. But on the other hand, the other side of the coin, I believe, is that Apple is finally showing Android the respect and recognition that they have deserved all these years. If you take a look at what is happening in the mobile industry with Apple and Android, you are noticing something that is kind of backwards. Recently, Android devices have gotten more expensive. So in a way, Apple is kind of countering what Android does. What is the best thing to do when your opponent is doing something? You do the opposite. Android phones have increased in prices. We're talking about all across the board. Motorola recently came out with a phone, $1,000. The Samsung Galaxy S20 series, the base model starts at $1,000. Samsung is way advanced with other devices and have foldable devices. These come at a premium, $1,500 for the Galaxy Z Flip pretty much, and then the Galaxy Fold was almost $2,000. The second generation of that phone is coming out. They said it will be a bit cheaper, anywhere from $100 to maybe $150 less. OnePlus, which was a brand known for being less expensive, is also more expensive now. So what did Apple do? Apple released the SE, which is a much cheaper phone. As you can see, Apple is going against the grain with what Android does. Android, let's increase the prices of our phones. Apple, let's decrease the price and cut into Android's mid-range market. Let's face it, Android is the mid-market king. There is no competition. Even with Apple throwing their hat with the iPhone SE, I'm pretty sure that device is gonna sell like hotcakes, but Android has had the mid-market on a smash. So with that said, I think that not much will change. If you're into Android, this is the software that you prefer. And if you're into Apple, you might be into that stuff and their ecosystem. The truth is, I think it will be hard to sway users from crossing into the other brands. Once again, make sure you subscribe to that channel. Give a thumbs up to the video. Any opinions, thoughts, Comments, leave them down below in that section. Peace and love to the Tech Lid Legion.